Let me tell you, Lil Durk's story is one for the books. It's a tale of grit, determination, and the relentless pursuit of a dream. But it's also a story of the harsh realities that come with life in the streets. This ain't no fairy tale though. It's a raw, unfiltered look at what it means to rise from the bottom in a city that's as beautiful as it is brutal. This is real life, raw and uncut, straight out of Chicago. The Windy City, known for its towering skyscrapers and deep dish pizza, also has a darker side that many don't see. Durk rose from the concrete, spitting rhymes about the struggle, the violence, the streets he knew. His lyrics were a reflection of his environment, a mirror to the world he grew up in. He was a voice for the voiceless, a beacon of hope in a city riddled with darkness. His music gave people a sense of belonging, a sense that someone out there understood their pain and their dreams. He climbed the charts, his music resonating with millions. Each song was a testament to his journey, a chapter in the book of his life. His lyrics, gritty and authentic, painted a vivid picture of his reality. They were stories of survival, of making it against all odds. Awards shows, platinum plaques, sold-out tours. Durk was on fire. He was living the dream, but dreams can sometimes turn into nightmares. But behind the fame and fortune, shadows lurked. The streets he rapped about were never far behind, always a step away from pulling him back in. Controversies seemed to follow him. It was as if the streets had a grip on him that he couldn't shake off, no matter how high he climbed. Run-ins with the law, feuds with rivals, the streets he escaped never truly left him behind. They were a part of him, woven into the fabric of his being. And then, it all came crashing down. The weight of his past caught up with him, and the consequences were severe. One night, the music stopped. The vibrant beats and powerful lyrics that once filled the air were replaced by a deafening silence. The headline screamed his name, but this time it wasn't for a hit song. It was for something much darker, something that threatened to overshadow his entire career. Lil Durk, the voice of the streets, was silenced, caught in the unforgiving grip of the law. The same streets that had given him a voice were now taking it away. The charges were serious, the allegations damning. It was a turning point, a moment that could define the rest of his life. The question on everyone's mind: had the streets finally caught up with Lil Durk? Was this the end of his journey or just another chapter in his story? This ain't about glorifying the streets, man. It's about understanding the complexities of a life lived under pressure, under scrutiny. It's about the choices we make and the paths we take. This is about understanding the complexities of a life lived under pressure, under scrutiny. It's about the choices we make and the paths we take. It's about resilience, about finding strength in the face of adversity. This is about Lil Durk, the rise, the fall, and the uncertain future that lies ahead. It's a story that continues to unfold, a testament to the human spirit and the power of music to transcend even the darkest of times. It was supposed to be another night of celebration. The crowd was buzzing with anticipation, their cheers echoing through the venue. The lights were dazzling, casting a vibrant glow over the sea of faces. Lil Durk, fresh off a performance, was riding high. His energy was infectious, his lyrics resonating with the audience. Each beat, each word, seemed to lift the crowd higher. The energy was electric, the air thick with excitement. Fans were dancing, singing along and losing themselves in the music. It was a night to remember, a night where everything felt possible. But fate, as it often does, had other plans. The clear night sky suddenly felt heavy, as if something ominous was lurking just out of sight. The atmosphere shifted, a sense of unease creeping in. Details are still sketchy, shrouded in a fog of conflicting reports and legal maneuvering. Rumors swirled, each more confusing than the last. What really happened that night? The truth seemed elusive, hidden behind a veil of uncertainty. What we do know is this: sirens pierced the night, red and blue lights painting the darkness. The sound was jarring, cutting through the music and the laughter. It was a stark reminder that the night had taken a dark turn. Chaos erupted, the festive atmosphere dissolving into confusion and fear. People were running, shouting, trying to make sense of the sudden shift. The joy of the concert was replaced by panic, the crowd scattering in all directions. When the dust settled, Lil Durk was gone, detained by authorities, his future hanging precariously in the balance. The image of him being led away in handcuffs was a stark contrast to the triumphant performer on stage just moments before. The news spread like wildfire, igniting social media and sending shockwaves through the music industry. Fans and fellow artists alike were in disbelief. their screens lighting up with the breaking news. Questions flooded in, but answers were scarce. What had started as a night of triumph had morphed into a nightmare. The stage, once filled with music and light, now stood empty, a silent witness to the chaos that had unfolded. The echoes of the performance lingered, a haunting reminder of what had been lost. The streets, it seemed, had come calling, casting a long shadow over Durk's hard-earned success. The city, with all its promise and peril, had claimed another victim. The night the music stopped was a night that would be remembered for all the wrong reasons. At first it was all whispers and speculation. Rumors swirled, each more outlandish than the last. The internet, a breeding ground for conjecture, exploded with theories and accusations. But amidst the noise, a clearer picture began to emerge. Law enforcement, tight-lipped and guarded, slowly released details. A serious incident, they revealed, had occurred. Witnesses were being interviewed, evidence collected. The charges, when they finally came, were heavy, carrying the weight of potential years behind bars. Lil Durk, once the celebrated artist, was now the subject of intense scrutiny, his every move dissected by lawyers and legal analysts. The case against him, though still developing, appeared formidable, built on a foundation of alleged evidence and eyewitness accounts. The courtroom, a stage for justice and drama, became the battleground for Lil Durk's freedom. The air was thick with tension, every eye in the room fixed on the defendant's table where Durk sat, a figure of calm amidst the storm. The walls, adorned with the symbols of justice, seemed to close in, amplifying the gravity of the situation. Gone were the bright lights and adoring fans, replaced by the cold sterility of the legal system. The echoes of his music, once filling arenas, were now replaced by the hushed whispers and the clinking of legal paraphernalia. The contrast was stark, a reminder of how quickly life can change. Lawyers, their voices sharp and calculated, sparred back and forth, each word a carefully crafted weapon in the fight for Durk's fate. The prosecution, relentless and methodical, laid out their case with precision, while the defense, equally tenacious, countered with strategic brilliance. It was a battle of wits, a chess game where every move could determine the outcome. Durk, once the master of ceremonies on stage, now sat silently, his face a mask of stoicism. His eyes, however, told a different story, a mix of resolve and vulnerability. He was no longer the performer but a man fighting for his life, his future hanging in the balance. The weight of the accusations, the uncertainty of his future, hung heavy in the air. Every word spoken, every piece of evidence presented added to the tension. The courtroom was a pressure cooker, emotions simmering just below the surface, ready to erupt at any moment. His legal team, a formidable force, fought tooth and nail, challenging evidence, poking holes in the prosecution's case. They left no stone unturned, scrutinizing every detail, every testimony. Their dedication was palpable, a testament to their belief in Durk's innocence. The courtroom became a crucible, testing not only Durk's innocence or guilt but also the very foundation of his character. It was a trial by fire, a moment that would define him in the eyes of the world. The judge, a silent observer, weighed every argument, every piece of evidence with a discerning eye. The world watched, captivated by the unfolding drama, as Lil Durk, the voice of a generation, fought to clear his name. News outlets buzzed with updates, social media exploded with opinions, and fans held their breath, hoping for a favorable outcome. This was more than a legal battle. It was a fight for his legacy, his place in the annals of music history. The gavel, a symbol of finality, loomed large in everyone's mind. The jury, a cross-section of society, held Durk's fate in their hands. Their deliberations would be the final act in this high-stakes drama, a decision that would reverberate far beyond the courtroom walls. Outside the courthouse, supporters gathered, holding signs and chanting for justice. Durk's family, a pillar of strength, sat in the courtroom, their presence a source of comfort and resolve. They were his anchor, a reminder of what he was fighting for. As the courtroom doors closed and the sun set over the courthouse, the world waited with bated breath. The outcome of this trial would not only determine Durk's future, but also send ripples through the community, a testament to the power of justice and the resilience of the human spirit.